Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Yes, are we here for the fall vibes or not? Is we here for the fall vibes or not? Yes, you guys, I am so excited for September's playlist. As y'all can see, I'm ready. I'm over the summertime. Like, I'm so over it. Like, I don't understand. I'm so over it. I know out here in Vegas it's probably still gonna be hot for the month of September, but in my mind, I'm in the fall season. Okay, I'm feeling the fall leaves falling down. I'm feeling a little bit of a cool breeze, but not too chill to where you gotta, wear a jacket, but just a little bit of something on the arms. Like, in my mind, that's what season I am right now. Although for Vegas, we're not gonna probably see fall until towards like the end of October, which sucks. But anywho, my face, the playlist is going to get fall vibes on this channel. Okay, so are y'all here for it? I hope you guys are, because I'm excited. I am excited. Okay, so first of all, erase. Whatever I had planned for August and all those other months, erase it. I'm not going to show you guys what I'm taking off, subtracting. I'm going to give you guys a whole fresh new look of what I'm going to be playing with. And I probably will repeat that throughout the months. I don't know how I'm going to go about that. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. If I should tell you guys what I'm taking off for each month like I was doing before and then adding, or just give you guys a whole rundown on what I'm going to be playing with for the month. Let me know how you guys will like that. And the reason why I decided to just do a clean sweep and just start out over, put every palette back, and then pull what I wanted to play with is because, like I said, it's fall season. So I had a lot of summer palettes out. If you guys seen the last August playlist, yeah, there was a lot of colors going on. And sadly, I felt like towards like the middle of August, I kind of like was not here for the fall looks. For the summer looks. Like, I was already in fall mind frame. So I was like, yeah, I can tell that the season was changing, because I was like, I'm not feeling colorful, bright, fun looks anymore. Like, I'm ready to do my 1-2 simple looks with the bold lip. I was ready for the fall season. So I am here to give you guys my play on the palettes I do plan on playing with for this month. I told myself to only grab 20 palettes, but I think I grabbed about a good 25-ish. I try to be a little bit more versatile on my palettes, being that how I got them stored right now. Like, I don't have the proper storage bins and drawers and stuff like that right now, but hopefully by mid of September I should, and then my stuff will be more organized the way I want them to be. But right now it's just a hot mess. But I pulled a little bit of from every section in my room that I have palettes. So I have some palettes on the bookshelves. I pulled from there. I have some palettes right here on the floor in my bins. I pulled a couple of palettes from there because they really get neglected. Like, the palettes down there really get neglected. And then I told myself, being that I have one drawer so far of all like my small mini palettes that I don't put on the bookshelf that kind of get like looked over, I told myself to at least pull 5 palettes from my mini palette drawer. So I am excited to show you guys what I pulled out. Some things might add and change throughout this month. We're going to see. And oh my gosh, I forgot to add the new palettes that I bought this month as well, that I plan on playing with as well. So let me go grab those really quick too. All right, so I'm going to start off with the new palettes I bought for the month of August. I didn't really buy that many palettes. I hope I'm not I feel like I bought some more, but I told you I've been coming down on my buying, splurging. I'm laughing because I got some future purchases coming in my mind, so I'm laughing right now. I'm coming down because I'm getting ready for Black Fridays. The sales are going to hit, so I'm just getting ready for that. But anywho, the new palettes that I bought for the month of August that I'm going to be putting on the playlist for September. I'm going to start off with the Glam Light and Barbie palette. I did not have this palette for the sake of, I didn't want to pay honestly the full price for this palette, but she had a really good sale for this palette. And it wasn't just the palette, I got the whole entire PR little style of box. Do I want to show you? I'll show you guys that when I do the tutorial, but it came with all 3 of the lipstick kits, the body oil, the eyeliner, and the only thing I think didn't come with this, which I was really surprised, it didn't come with lashes, because Glam Light has some really good eyelashes, but this little collection did not come with eyelashes. But here is what the palette looks like. She is giving fall, summer-ish, vibes. Like, the colors are not so bright. They're going to be very beautiful I'm excited to play with this palette. I honestly wanted this palette when I first seen it, but I was like, I'm not paying $40 for the palette. I'm not. So when they had the whole collection on sale, I felt like I had a good steal for it. So yes. So we will be playing with this palette hopefully for this month. All right, and the next new palette that I picked up is the ColourPop in Naruto. And this is the color story of her. Yes, giving me like the fall vibes, right? Now that I'm actually opening, because I didn't see this palette, I just bought it, didn't even look at it in person. But now that I'm seeing her, there's a lot of shades. That's not gonna do good with me. But luckily, this dark burgundy, the brown, and pretty much this whole row right here saved the palette for me, because the rest of the shades are not giving anything without these deeper shades that's going to complement my crease color. So I'm excited to try this out. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of this animation. I was about to say cartoon, but my husband and my daughter is, and I'm just not really into this cartoon. I'm not really into animations, like I'm really not. So when they sit down and watch this, I'm like, I will pass. I'm going to go watch my reality shows or something else. But I'm not a fan of the animation, but I bought it for the sake of them. It was like, okay, definitely got to get it and show your love to the Naruto fans. So we will be doing that. Plus I do like the eyeshadows that's in there as well. So all right, the next palette that I bought, this is the last palette that I bought for August that I want to play with. This is the Alice in Wonderland Lost in Wonderland palette. I'm huffing to do a little pause because Ulta did not have like a tester for it, so it's really hard for you to see what other shades is in here. And then when I looked online, I feel like everybody was showing the palette like this. Like I wanted to see the inside, so I was like, well, if I wanted to see the inside, I guess I gotta buy it. Now that I opened it, there's a lot of metallic shades that I would prefer them to be mattes, because these are the only two shades that is going to give me my crease colors, because the rest of them are metallics. I don't know how I feel about this one. Don't know how I'm going to feel about this one. I returned the ColourPop and Alice in Wonderland palette because of the color story, and I feel like Wet n Wild didn't do that good either, but I'm going to give them a chance, just like I gave ColourPop a chance. And if it ain't good, y'all know what we're doing. We're returning it, right? Okay. So those are the new palettes that I got that we're going to be playing with for September. So now let's move on to my itty bitty mini palettes that's in my drawer. All right, so the first one is going to be from BH Cosmetic. This is the Do Not Disturb palette. I have never used this palette, and it's been in my collection for a long time, to the point you can see I still got the plastic over this. So we're going to be playing with her. I do like the color story of it. And the reason why I honestly haven't played with her is because she got lost in my collection. So I think it was best that I went into a little small section over there, because I forgot about these palettes. The next one is going to be the MI Los Angeles CEO palette, and y'all wait for this color story. Cute, right? I'm here for the great eyeshadows. Yes, I'm going to be giving y'all great looks, and that's going to be my first time using that palette as well. So we got a lot of firsties in this collection. I decided I wanted to do a little bit more, use some Crown Case eyeshadow palettes as well. So I grabbed the blue Notepad palette. I think I've done maybe 1 or 2 looks using her, but I was like, let's get into the blues for this season. It's kind of a request. I did a look on this a while back on TikTok, and honestly, I think it was back when I was pregnant, and someone commented on it and said, oh my gosh, this is my favorite ColourPop palette. And I told her, I said, just because you said that, I'm going to give you some more inspiration looks using this palette. And that was like 2 months ago. So I got to keep my word. I'm late, but I'm keeping my word. So we're bringing the ColourPop palette. This is called Sweet Talk. So we're bringing it back for the sake of TikTok supporters. And this is what she looks like. She's a cute palette. I give her that. It's just, I think the reason why I did not really gravitate towards her that often is because ColourPop has a thing of forgetting about the melanie complexions. Like I only have like this shade and maybe this shade to kind of like work with my crease. Other than that, these other shades are not going to give what I want it to give. But we're going to make it work for the sake of this month. All right, next, this is the pal from the I Can't See It pal. These are usually the palettes that I definitely like don't really have a for. Like they're not my favoritism as in like the brand, so they kind of get neglected into the bins. And they're honestly mainly from all of my BoxyCharm Ipsy subscriptions that I used to have. So these are what these palettes are coming from. So a lot of these, I don't even know if these brands exist, but we're gonna be playing with them. So the first one is by the brand Laura, and this is the Moods palette. I think I've done a look with this brand, but she's cute. I just don't know why I haven't really played with her, and I think it's because I want to give her a go. The next one I pulled out, I didn't even look at the color story, I just pulled them out. This is the Venice Fling palette. Is that the brand or is that the palette? So yeah, this is like, I don't know. I didn't know, but this is what the palette looks like. This looks like a Ipsy collaboration. Definitely looks like it. Oh, she's cute. Okay, this is what this palette looks like. She's really, really cute. I hope the quality is here. And this one is so pretty. She's not a matte though. There's a lot of metallics in here, but I think we're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work. All right, so those were the two random palettes that I got that we'll be playing with. For the excitement, drum roll please. Yes, now we're here for the palettes that I'm excited to play with. I mean, I'm excited for those too. No shade on those, but these are the ones that's on my bookshelf that I look at, that I see, that I'm like, yes, we're gonna play with you. We're gonna play with you, and we're gonna play with you. So let's get started. I'm not going in no particular order. I'm just gonna go and just show you guys what we plan with. I had to grab a couple of throwback palettes, so there's gonna be a lot of palettes that might have been forgotten about, but I'm bringing them back. The first one is gonna be the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette. I think this is like the second edition. Yes, this was my very, very, very first high-end brand palette, and my little boo thing that I was dating back then, that's not my husband now, but my little boo thing that I was dating back then bought me this palette. So this palette holds a special place, not for the sake that he bought this, like scratch him, he doesn't exist. I just want to give him his little props, but for the simple fact that this was my first like high-end palette. Like, I didn't know what to do. All I had was ColourPops and Morphe and Wet n Wild. Like, I had a lot of those palettes, but I didn't have any high-end brands. No Urban Decays, no Anastasia. Like, this was the baby. This was the birth of the first high-end palette. Like, can you believe that? This was my very first high-end palette. Like, wow, wow. And now look at me. Now I'm a hoarder. Now I'm a hoarder when it comes to my palettes. So yes, I thought it was special to bring her back to play with her. So y'all gonna have to dust off the dust bunnies, and we're gonna play with this palette. I don't even know if she still exists for purchase wise, but if you have her, she's a classic. We're gonna play with her. I'm taking it back to another old school throwback palette. This is the Ace Beauty palette. I don't think how far back this was. She's back there. She's back there though as well. I want to say a good like 4 years back, but she's newer to me in a sense. I think I got her last year or the year before that. Either way, I've never used her. So she's still a throwback classic Ace palette. So I wanted to play with her, give her a try. We're throwing it back to Anastasia. Yes, Soft Glam palette. I just recently got this not too long ago, a couple of months ago, but she's a classic throwback that I feel like a lot of people have. Like, between this one and the Renaissance palette, I feel like everybody had at least one of those palettes from Anastasia. So yes, we're going to be doing some looks using this beautiful neutral Soft Glam palette. I'm excited to give her a go for the first time. So yes, we're gonna get some looks out of this palette. Y'all, I told y'all I was digging deep through these palettes. Throwback. Yes, the Vanity collection from Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. I want to play in these palettes, so y'all will be seeing them throughout the month. So yes. This one is going to be the Armed and Gorgeous one. This one is so pretty. This was like one of my favorites from the collection. I love that green. I love the neutral shades in here. So we're going to be doing some looks using hers. So if y'all got her, y'all's part of the scandal, we're going to do some looks, okay? I got you. All right. The next one that I want to play with, put it on my playlist, we're going to go in with the Nude by Yolanda. This is the Church Girl palette. Makeup by Yolanda. If y'all haven't tried anything from this brand, please do so. She always has a lot of good sales, first of all, but her quality is A1. It's there. So, yes. Y'all can see I'm playing with a lot of neutral palettes, yes. So, sorry for my girls who's not into the neutral looks. I will be having colors. Y'all see I have a little mixture, but definitely a lot more neutrals because that's what I'm feeling right now watch me change my mind as the months and weeks and days go by. But right now I did grab a lot of neutral looks, a lot of neutral palettes, because that's the season that we're in, right? Yes. That way, if you guys have certain neutral palettes, you know, I can do more looks of a certain neutral palette that you might have, and so on and so on. So that's why I grabbed so many, because I was like, wait, are these looks going to look the same? Probably not. Probably so. Who cares? I'll change up the wig and the lip combo and it'll look different. I'm being honest. It'll look different. All right, so this is the Nebula. I think that's how you pronounce this brand. She, I think, is an older, very older palette, but she was a newer, can't even talk. She's a newer purchase for me. I got her during the spring edition of 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta. This whole entire brand was on sale for the palette, so I did get a lot of their palettes. So I was like, when we're gonna play with her? This was back in what, April? And I haven't played with none of these palettes yet, so this is the first one that definitely grabbed my attention. So we will be playing with this palette. I love how everything is like kind of like broken down. So I'll probably do like 4 looks using each square, or I'll probably mix it up. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna go about with that, but I'm excited to try this palette out, because it's not like you're a basic neutral. Like, you have burgundies, you have some greens in here, and I just feel like the whole layout of this palette is really pretty. So I'm excited to see if the quality is going to give what it's supposed to give. Got another throwback palette. Morphe and Jaclyn Hill again. This was like the original birth baby. Like, this was like the one, like, I feel like a lot of people has this palette as well. This is volume number 1. If you know who she is, you know who she is. Like I said, I think everyone had got this palette. This was a really, really good palette. Definitely a neutral family, but I love the pop of like random colors right here at the end. So we're going to be getting some looks out during this month, and probably the next month, and the next month, and the next month, because this was like one of my favorite Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collection. I should say collaboration. Yeah, favorite collaboration. Another throwback. We got the Tammy and Revolution palette. I feel like this is something that everyone had as well. If y'all don't know who Tammy is, look her up. She was definitely a very popular YouTube. I don't think she does YouTube videos anymore. I think she is one of those people who have moved on and went to the TikTok world. But yeah, she used to do a lot of colorful looks, and Revolution loved the heck out of her. She collaborated with them in so many palettes. I think like 3 or 4. There's so many different like Twilight editions. Right? Am I mistaken? Yeah, she has like 4 or 3 Twilight collections with them, and I think I have them all except for, do I have them all? I think I do, or maybe I'm missing one, but my mind's telling me no, you have all of them. I don't know. Okay, but we're gonna be playing with this one, and this one is called the Tropical Twilight. So it's some colors in here, so don't worry, I'm gonna do some color looks like I said. But I like the fact that you can also have, I like the fact that it's also some neutral shades in here as well. So she's so cute. She's very big and awkward and long, but I'm excited to play with her. I got a lot of first time that I never used type of palette, and then just a mixture of just palettes that I want to play with. Next palette is gonna be the Tarte palette. This one is called Gilded. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this palette. I don't know. Gilded. Let me show you what the inside looks like. I'm not really a Tarte girl when it comes to Tarte products, but I think they did a really good job with this palette. It came with 2 of them. So I got this one, and then you probably can see the other one probably next month. But this was last year holiday collection from Tarte, and I'm just now playing with her. Yeah, so yeah. You see why she's on the playlist. The color story fits, and we need to play with her because I never played with her. Yeah, I already know I was excited for this one. I could not wait to play with her. So yeah, if this does not scream fall, I don't know what does. We're using her. And if y'all don't know what brand this is Cosmic Brushes. They have some really good palette, color stories, quality, just all right. I got Glam Light. We got Glam Light. We got to get Glam Light on the playlist, okay? So we're going in with the Dirty Martini from Glam Light. This is what she looks like. Very, very, very pretty palette. The next palette on the list, we got the Juvia Culture 2 palette. Here is what this palette looks like. And we got a few more. I thought it was best to bring this as well. The Barbie palette, because I have the Glam Light Barbie, so I want to play it with, you know, Barbie style. So put her back on the playlist because she was on the playlist for August, I believe. And I think a lot of these palettes I'm about to show you are from August playlist. So some of them did transition onto this playlist as well. We got the Ace Cala palette. I'm over here looking at the screen, the case. I think I cracked it. I did, yikes. We got the Ace Flora palette. We got Retro Love by Beauty Bay. Got Sweet Slay Cosmetic with the Nude in London palette. We also have another palette from Cosmic Brushes. This one is Royal. And the reason I'm putting her back on the playlist, because like I said, I don't want to do all like neutral looks. Like if I get bored of that, you know, season of looks, I do want to have a little bit of like colorful palettes just to be able to do a little bit more versatile looks. So that's why I added some more color palettes as well. All right, we have the Juvia Place palette. This is another throwback. This is the No Made palette. She is a classic. She's a cutie. She is very different. I think I've done like one look so far that I have uploaded on my channel, so I want to play with her again. And now we're bringing it back, This was another palette that I think I had on my playlist for July. We are bringing her back. It's our season, okay? This is the Clarita Evo Mermaid palette, and the color story is just giving that fall vibes that I am here for. Look at that. We got to play with these blues, these teals. I'm so here for it, yes. And we got the Pistachio palette by BH Cosmetics. I think this was my favorite palette from the whole Sweet Shop collection. So I'm excited to play with her because I don't think I've used her at all. No, I haven't. So we're playing with this one. All right, now the last two palettes that I would like to put on the playlist. I have the Odin's Eye Sea Talk palette. I've never used her, and I think it's time I never use her. I just totally jammed the hell out of one of these eyeshadows with my nails just now, so I'm a little upset, but it's okay. But this is what she looks like. And then the last one is the Norvina Volume Number 1. I can't put this palette down, y'all. I don't know what it is. The color story is something. It's just something I can't put her down. I've done like 2 looks so far using this palette, and I'm not ready to put her up. I feel like she's definitely here for the season. So we're going to be doing some more looks using this palette as well. So yes, this is what we're playing with. If you guys have a palette in mind that you feel like I should be playing with that was not on this playlist, definitely leave the names or your requests is down the bottom. I might have the palette, I might not. Just leave random names down the bottom if you guys want me to use a particular palette that's in your collection to help you guys get some more inspiration looks, you know, using those particular palettes. So definitely leave me some names down at the bottom. I will greatly appreciate it. I can always add some for this month due to your request, or I can also save them for next month. So I will like for you guys to start doing that as well, so that way I can get more of a interest on what you guys will want to see. And if there's something in this playlist that I mentioned that y'all really want to see, definitely let me know what palettes you guys are hyped on seeing, so that way I can put them in the first at the top of the list when it comes to playing with these palettes, so that way you guys can get your requests in a sense. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, right? That makes sense, right? I think it did. I think it did. But anywho, you guys, I'm excited to see what this month is going to be giving. I honestly am crossing my fingers and hope that I can play with at least 75% of the palettes that I showed here. And not only play with them, but give you guys more than one look using these particular palettes. Now, I know that's a lot to think about, being that there's only 30 days next month, is it? Or is it 31 days? I don't know. In my mind, I plan on filming at least 6 tutorials each week. Now, regardless if you guys will see, you know, those looks right away, I filmed them, you know. Like so far for the month of August, I filmed a couple of looks that was, you know, for August playlist that you guys are probably still going to start seeing dropping for this month. And honestly, I think I filmed some looks back in July that I have yet to edit that you guys will probably see for September as well. So you never know. So I'm excited for this playlist. Let me know how y'all feel about this playlist. And like I said, leave y'all requests on what y'all want to see from this particular playlist or something you guys want to see in the future on my playlist. But that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. I'm excited. I'm about to do my little planning, and we're going to plan out these looks because I'm excited for this month. It's fall season. It's fall season. It's fall season. Y'all have a beautiful day. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another video. Bye.